What if everything you think you know about Indonesia is completely wrong? While millions flock to Bali, they're missing Stone Age tribes, color-changing lakes, and underwater worlds that science can barely explain. If you're ready to see the Indonesia that 99% of travelers never discover, hit that subscribe button right now, because what I'm about to show you will completely rewrite your travel bucket list forever. Indonesia. The name alone conjures images of pristine beaches, ancient temples, and bustling cities. But what if I told you that the Indonesia most people see represents less than 1% of what this incredible nation truly offers? Today, we're embarking on a journey beyond the guidebooks, beyond the Instagram hotspots, into the heart of a country that harbors some of the world's most extraordinary secrets. Our story begins not in Bali or Java, but in the remote highlands of Papua, where time seems to have stood still for millennia. Here, in valleys so isolated that they were only discovered by the outside world in 1938, live the Dani people. Their villages, perched at altitudes of over 5,000 feet, offer a glimpse into humanity's most ancient traditions. The Dani have maintained their way of life for thousands of years, living in harmony with the cloud forests that shroud their mountain homes. What makes this even more remarkable is that Papua isn't just culturally isolated, it's biologically unique. This landmass was once connected to Australia, creating an evolutionary playground unlike anywhere else on Earth. Here, you'll find tree kangaroos that have adapted to life in the canopy, birds of paradise that perform courtship dances so elaborate they seem choreographed by nature itself, and butterflies with wingspans that can reach nearly a foot across. But Papua is just the beginning of our hidden Indonesia. Let's journey west to the Mentawai Islands, where an entirely different secret awaits. While surfers have discovered some of these islands, most travelers remain unaware that the Mentawai people represent one of the world's oldest continuous cultures. For over 30,000 years, they have lived as hunter-gatherers in one of the planet's most biodiverse rainforests. The Mentawai shamans, known as Skyline, still practice rituals that predate most world religions. They believe that everything, every tree, every animal, every rock, possesses a soul. Their traditional tattoos aren't mere decoration. They're spiritual maps, telling the story of a person's relationship with the spirit world. In a globalized world where ancient knowledge disappears daily, the Mentawai Islands preserve wisdom that spans millennia. Moving north, we discover another of Indonesia's best-kept secrets, the Togian Islands. Floating in the heart of Sulawesi's Taimani Gulf, these 56 islands remain largely untouched by mass tourism. What makes Togian truly special isn't just its pristine coral reefs, though they rank among the world's most biodiverse, but its unique position at the crossroads of three major ocean currents. This creates underwater highways that bring together marine life from across the Indo-Pacific. Here, you can swim with jellyfish that have lost their sting after millions of years of evolution in isolated lagoons. You can witness giant cuttlefish that change colors like living rainbows, and encounter coconut crabs that climb trees with the agility of primates. The Togian Islands offer something that no other place on Earth can, a glimpse of what tropical marine ecosystems looked like before human impact. But Indonesia's hidden treasures aren't limited to remote islands. Even on well-known Java, secrets hide in plain sight. Take Dieng Plateau, a volcanic highland that most tourists rush past on their way to more famous destinations. Yet Dieng holds mysteries that would astound archaeologists worldwide. This windswept plateau, sitting at 7,000 feet above sea level, contains Java's oldest Hindu temples, predating the famous Borobudur by centuries. More intriguingly, Dieng experiences something almost impossible in tropical Indonesia: frost. On certain mornings, this equatorial highland wakes up covered in ice, creating landscapes that seem transported from a different continent. Local farmers have adapted to this unique climate by growing potatoes and other temperate crops, creating an agricultural system found nowhere else in Southeast Asia. The plateau also harbors one of nature's most unusual phenomena: crater lakes that change color. Lake Telaga Warna shifts from turquoise to green to gold throughout the day, depending on sulfur concentrations and sunlight angles. It's a natural kaleidoscope that few outside Indonesia even know exists. Our journey into hidden Indonesia wouldn't be complete without exploring its underwater secrets. While most divers flock to Raja Ampat or Komodo, few know about Alor Island in East Nusa Tenggara. Here, volcanic activity has created underwater landscapes that defy imagination. Thermal vents create underwater rivers of warm water, supporting coral gardens at depths where coral shouldn't survive. Alor's waters hide another secret: World War II wrecks that have become artificial reefs. These underwater time capsules tell the story of Indonesia's strategic importance during the war, while providing habitat for marine life found nowhere else. Schools of barracuda spiral around gun turrets, while soft corals have transformed steel hulls into living sculptures. The island's terrestrial secrets are equally compelling. Alor is home to over 15 distinct ethnic groups, each with their own language and traditions. In some villages, people still forge traditional weapons using techniques passed down through generations. The island's isolation has preserved cultural diversity that anthropologists describe as unparalleled in such a small area. Perhaps most surprising of all Indonesia's hidden sides is found in its urban centers. Jakarta, dismissed by many as just another crowded Asian megacity, harbors secrets that would surprise even longtime residents. Beneath the modern skyline lie networks of underground rivers and forgotten canals that once made Jakarta the Venice of Java. Some of these waterways still flow beneath the city, accessible only to urban explorers and historians. Jakarta's Chinatown, known as Glodok, contains temples that predate most of the city's colonial architecture. These hidden sanctuaries, squeezed between modern buildings, preserve religious traditions brought by Chinese traders centuries ago. One temple, barely visible from the street, houses a collection of ancestral tablets that record the genealogies of Indonesian Chinese families stretching back over 400 years. Even more surprising is Jakarta's role as a center for contemporary Islamic architecture. While most people associate Indonesian Islam with traditional styles, Jakarta showcases some of the world's most innovative Islamic architectural design. The Istiqlal Mosque, Southeast Asia's largest mosque, incorporates modernist principles with traditional Islamic geometry in ways that have influenced mosque design worldwide. But perhaps Indonesia's greatest hidden secret lies in its role as humanity's cradle. Recent archaeological discoveries suggest that some of the world's oldest evidence of human symbolic behavior comes from Indonesian caves. In Sulawesi, cave paintings dating back 45,000 years depict hunting scenes that reveal sophisticated symbolic thinking. These aren't just the oldest cave art in Southeast Asia, they're among the oldest anywhere, challenging our understanding of when and where human creativity first emerged. On Flores Island, the discovery of Homo floresiensis, the Hobbit people, revealed that multiple human species once shared Indonesia. These diminutive humans, standing barely 3 feet tall, lived here until just 50,000 years ago. Their stone tools and evidence of fire use suggest intelligence that rivals our own ancestors, yet their story remains largely unknown outside academic circles. The implications are staggering. Indonesia isn't just a tropical paradise, it's a living laboratory where humanity took some of its most significant evolutionary steps. The island served as stepping stones for our species' journey from Africa to Australia, and recent genetic studies suggest that Indonesian populations preserve genetic lineages that tell the story of humanity's greatest migration. Modern Indonesia continues this tradition of hidden innovation. In the technology sector, Indonesian startups are developing solutions that the world doesn't see coming. Companies in Jakarta and Bandung are creating financial technologies that serve populations missed by traditional banking, while Indonesian engineers are developing sustainable energy solutions adapted to tropical island conditions. In marine conservation, Indonesian scientists are pioneering coral restoration techniques that could save reefs worldwide. Their work in places like Komodo National Park and the Coral Triangle is developing methods to help corals adapt to warming oceans. Yet these breakthrough efforts rarely make international headlines. Indonesia's hidden culinary landscape deserves its own exploration. Beyond the familiar dishes served in Indonesian restaurants worldwide lies a universe of regional cuisines that most food lovers never encounter. In North Sumatra, Batak cuisine features unique fermentation techniques that create flavors found nowhere else. In eastern Indonesia, sago-based foods represent culinary traditions that predate rice cultivation. The city of Solo in central Java preserves royal court cuisine that evolved over centuries in isolated palaces. These elaborate preparations, involving dozens of spices and cooking techniques passed down through royal chefs, represent some of the world's most sophisticated culinary arts. Yet they remain largely unknown outside Indonesia's cultural elite. As we conclude our journey through Indonesia's hidden sides, one thing becomes clear: this nation of 17,500 islands contains multitudes that most people never imagined. From Stone Age cultures still thriving in the 21st century to cutting-edge innovations shaping the future, from evolutionary mysteries that rewrite human history to natural phenomena that defy explanation, Indonesia offers depths that few countries can match. The Indonesia that most people miss isn't just about undiscovered destinations, it's about understanding a country that serves as humanity's crossroads. Here, ancient wisdom meets modern innovation, primordial nature coexists with urban sophistication, and cultural diversity reaches levels that challenge our understanding of what a nation can contain. This is the Indonesia that awaits those willing to look beyond the obvious, to dig deeper than the travel brochures, to discover that some of the world's greatest secrets hide in plain sight in the world's largest archipelago. Indonesia's hidden treasures are waiting for curious travelers like you. If this journey through the unseen side of Indonesia has sparked your wanderlust, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. We've got more hidden destinations that will blow your mind. Comment below, which Indonesian secret surprised you most? And don't forget to share this video with fellow adventurers who are ready to discover the extraordinary. Your next life-changing adventure starts with a single click.